So, are you looking for to make a career in astrology? I can answer many of your questions. My name is Dr. Gaurav Agarwal. I'm the instructor at Astro School by Indian Pharmacy Institute. Many people have desire to start a professional career in astrology, palmistry, or something related with the same. First question you can ask, what is the minimum age to start learning astrology? Many people call me and ask, my son is 17 years, or I want to make a career in astrology for my children. What is the right age to start? So right age is when, as a boy or girl, you are mature enough to understand human behavior, complexities of the same, about the various aspects of the relationships, finance, business. If I suggest you something less than 18, 19 is too less. Means you can learn astrology, palmistry as a teenager also. If you are learning in 13, 14, 15, very nice. But it may not be a serious learning because certain aspects of life are not understood, are not experienced. Next question you can ask, how difficult it is to learn astrology? Well, it is pretty difficult. But as compared to something else like being an engineer, being a doctor, doing MBA, or something else like law, chartered accountant, it is pretty easy. Yes, I told it that learning astrology and professionally practicing astrology is pretty easy as compared to other areas of life. If it rings a bell in your mind, then let me remind you, in other professions, you start getting the good income right from the word go. If you are an engineer and you are working in a company, from the day one, you get a decent salary. If you are a doctor, you may start your practice and expect patients from day one. But it may not happen the same way in astrology. You need to develop the confidence, you need to develop your clientele. It takes time. But is it easy to learn astrology professionally? Yes, it is. As compared to other things, it is. How can I learn professional astrology? Where to begin? Well, you should join an astrology institute. Learning from a teacher, learning in the guidance of someone is definitely the best way. If you want to start your journey by reading the books or YouTube channels, it's not a bad start, but it will take a very long learning curve. And in the beginning, you may not know which books you should read. There are thousands of them. You may not know which one is the best. And you may take a path that may take you into a dead end. It's like learning by trial and error. If you want to drive a car, go to a driving school, learn with someone who knows. If you take your car on the road and try to learn by trial and error, it's dangerous. So there are some good YouTube channels, and many of them are crap. They are for entertainment purpose. So if you want to learn for the professional purpose or personal purpose, both ways, learning from some teachers, joining a astrology school, palmistry school is the best choice. How much time will it take? Well, it depends. There is never the end of learning curve. It depends what you want to learn. There are so many things to learn in astrology. When you say I'm an engineer, it doesn't mean you know everything about engineering. They ask what kind of engineer you are. Are you an electrical engineer or electronics or mechanical or chemical? You cannot do everything. Same way, if you say I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, then what kind of doctor or lawyer you are? All of them are doctors. Same way, if you say I'm an astrologer or somebody says I'm practicing astrology, then there are many kind of astrologers. The word astrologer people understand. He could do some mantra, he can do some tantra, some magic, he can do vastu, he can do astrology, he can solve all my problems. It doesn't happen like this. So you can decide what do you want to learn in astrology or where to begin at least. With the time, you can definitely develop your skills. There are so many branches of astrology, so many traditions of astrology, and mastering one of them will be good, quite good. You cannot learn all of them. Forget about it. And if you try to learn many of them, it will create confusion only. And sooner or later, you stick to one tradition or one school of astrology. So if you decide, I want to learn traditional Vedic astrology based on Parashar system, stick to it. If you decide, no, I want to do KP astrology, I want to do Gemini, I want to do Ashtak work, I want to do Nadi system. So you need to choose and stick to one tradition. I have seen most of the people are not able to learn because they try to do everything and finally they get disappointed because they seem conflicting. Well, they are not conflicting, but in the beginning, it looks like this. You can decide I'm an astrologer and Vastu practitioner. It will take time to learn it. And not just learning, it takes time to master those skills. Learning is easy. Developing the skill on the same takes time. It takes time to get experience. It takes time to develop some good skills into the things. But if still, if you want a number, how much time? For me, I think it should be something like 6 to 8 months. Yes, that should be quite good. 6 to 8 months of learning and practice is good enough for most of the people practicing astrology professionally. Many of my students started to do professional practice even before this, but I would give it 6 to 8 months. In this time, you can learn astrology or maybe one more thing like palmistry or vastu. And if you are practicing with your family, friends, collecting their appreciation, collecting their feedback, then you will have good enough confidence to go into the real world. How to put astrology career into a successful manner? Well, in the modern time, there are more opportunities. First thing, you should start a practice in your home. Maybe put a board outside. Maybe take a place, office, and start your practice. You need to advertise. But those people who are your family and friends, they are your walking advertising boards. Then you can try to connect with some online astrology consultation platform like AstroTalk. They are hiring new astrologers, and many of them are quite successful. Again, not everybody can get the same kind of success, but there are opportunities. You can put your own website. Slowly, if you have the skills, if you have done some practice, and if you are ethically sound, very important. Astrologer must be ethically sound. If you go into the manipulation, shortcuts, earning the money by suggesting unnecessary upay, remedies, make impossible promises to someone, I can help you get your girlfriend back. If you don't have children, I can do certain mantra and you will get children. Then it will backfire sooner or later. Developing your brand, developing your skills, and developing your name slowly is the best method. And it is how most of the successful astrologers build their names. I'll tell you a secret. The best astrologers of the India and world, they never decided to become astrologers. They are engineers, doctors, judges, IAS, IPS, working professionals. Slowly, with the hard work, with the patience, they continued on and on and on. And they got better and better in their trade. And when they entered in the professional world, they were too good. They were very good. But the most successful astrologers may not be that good. These are two different things. Being successful astrologer and being a good astrologer.